I was so happy to see the announcement trailer for the Resident Evil 3 remake. I've loved the remakes for both Resident Evil 1 and 2, with 2 being my game of the year for 2019. So to see a Resident Evil 3 remake so soon after is just really exciting. One thing that sprung to mind when watching the trailer was that it feels like we haven't seen Jill Valentine at the forefront of the Resident Evil series in a very long time. That's not to say that she's been missing though, as she did feature in Resident Evil 5 and was the playable character in Resident Evil Revelations, but she certainly hasn't had the same spotlight as she did in the PS1 era. When people think of Resident Evil nowadays, the first character to come to mind is most certainly Leon Kennedy, due to the success of Resident Evil 4. Even in Resident Evil 6, where there was a total of 4 campaigns, Jill still didn't feature, but I'm hoping the Resident Evil 3 remake will remind people just what a great character Jill is. After all, she was pretty much the first main character of the series. Of course, you could play as Chris as well, but Jill was generally favoured as she had the easier campaign. By the time we get to Resident Evil 3, Jill has been hardened by her experience at Spencer Mansion and now has to survive the zombie-infested Raccoon City while being pursued by Nemesis. I just can't wait to see how they update Resident Evil 3 in the remake. Judging from the trailer, it feels as though the Nemesis pursuits are perhaps going to be even bigger than they were in the original game, with a real set-piece feeling to them akin to something you would experience in Uncharted, which could be a really interesting take. I'm also excited to see what character costumes they throw in. They've revealed the classic costume for pre-order, but I really hope you can play in Jill's famous beret and shoulder pads Stars uniform from Resident Evil 1. But as always, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you think the Resident Evil 3 remake could be the return of Jill Valentine, and what do you hope to see in the remake? Thanks for watching and see you next time.